Right now, we have a sob story, the return of that. I think it went missing for about a week there, but now it's back.
Maybe.
And in the form of a Christmas poem.
Oh.
So this will be nice.
Yeah. I mean,
there's no way we could ruin this.
I just decided to get festive. I mean, 'tis the season, isn't it?
It is.
So I
to be
thought-
jolly, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly,
So Santa
that's right.
is in this as well.
Santa's
isn't he?
in this.
And he kills himself.
Well, no, I'm not going to let anything
Does he
slip.
kill his reindeer?
No.
Does his reindeer die in a mid-air collision?
Just, can you listen to the poem, please? I've taken a lot of time and care
I know.
writing
I'm
this. Just warming up the old pipes here. Because I took a lot of care. I want to deliver it. And if you guys could not butt in, that would be great.
That's not the point of this segment to not butt in.
But I just...
Nah.
I think you actually said that when we were first
I tell you what,
developing the idea.
you read it out, and we won't butt in unless we feel like we have something to say.
Right. Yeah, that's how it usually works.
Yeah, pretty much. Just
Okay.
like now.
Here we go. It doesn't have a title. It doesn't need one.
Oh, Untitled, we'll call it then. Why didn't it have a title?
The death of Santa Claus.
It's not about the death of Santa Claus.
Billy Misses Christmas.
Why Billy?
Why not?
Well, good point. No, it doesn't have a title. It doesn't need one, so I'm just going to get on with it
The
now.
assassination of Santa Claus by the coward Billy.
No.
Thorpe.
No. It's a good, wholesome story, okay?
Yeah, there's an elf going, I want to be Santa Claus. I'm going to be Santa Claus.
Mobster elf. Oh, God. Okay, here we go. It was the night before Christmas. And
So Christmas Eve. Tonight, then.
How did that poem ever survive? That original poem, it was the night before Christmas. So, in any reading, someone would have just jumped in. So, Christmas Eve, yeah?
Yeah, Christmas
Just so we're clear.
24th of December,
So
right?
basically now, because
Yeah.
we're going to air now.
Yeah, I'm being serious, guys. You'll destroy the flow. It's a poem, okay?
Okay.
So try to keep your comments to a minimum.
Okay.
Alright, alright.
Laughing is fine.
Okay.
Should you feel compelled to, but comments
Okay.
don't derail this, okay? Right. Tony's getting psyched. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and in the North Pole stood Rudolph the reindeer, though out in the cold. He'd been ostracised by his malevolent peers, whom had made him the subject of cruel jokes and jeers.
Because he had a big ass.
It continues. The reindeer had suffered their juvenile blows in light of an especially luminous nose. A stop sign red glow had it long emanated. It made the deer's life that much more complicated.
Did he get that from Red Bull cans?
Though on the occasion of this Christmas Eve, Rudolph ran into luck like you wouldn't believe.
He found a way to cover his nose with, like, leather.
He painted it with black to scare the wolves away.
He hadn't a clue that a plight of this kind tugged at the heartstrings of a particular hind. Her name Rudolph knew. He admired young Vixen. So attractive she was, she'd been able to mix in with the popular crowd comprised of his foes, whom had given him plenty for his radiant nose.
Ah, so he's going to look in the mirror and go like, oh, I've got a pimple and a shiny nose.
Young Vixen thought Rudy a charity case and did him a favour. They got to first base.
Ooh!
Oh, so she's a skank.
Well, she's called Vixen. What did you expect?
Oh, good point.
Then all through the night, they had weird reindeer sex.
What is weird about reindeer sex?
Well, I guess so kinky. I don't know.
Bondage. Vixen was tied up on a wall with whips and stuff.
It's family Christmas Eve listening, their show, isn't it?
Yep.
When bondage comes up.
Leather.
Turn the lights off and use your nose to... I don't know, I'm trying to think of it. I can't think of anything you could do with a glowing
Make me
nose.
glow, Rudolph. That's what she was saying.
Oh dear, oh dear. Though neither predicted what then happened next.
I reckon Vixen gets pregnant and
A baby has wings.
With an hour till Christmas and presents to run, St. Nick's assembly had already begun.
he walks in on them.
He required some reindeer to fly through the fog, and only the best were in line for the job. Santa knew Rudy could cut through the mist. Through his freaky appendage, the deer could assist.
Why doesn't he just get fog lights for his sleigh rather than have a weird reindeer?
But when jolly St. Nick then approached the young buck, it seemed clear as day he was fresh out of luck. When Santa found Rudolph, he woke with a start. St. Nick's sudden presence surprised the poor heart. His light had gone out, and Santa did fear. Rudolph, confess, have you slept with a deer?
Hang on, does the light mean that he's horny?
The teary young reindeer confessed to the deed, and through tiny sobs Rudolph managed to plead. I'm so sorry, St. Nick. This is all news to me. I'd not known the light stood for deer purity. "Oh, Rudolph," cried Santa, overcome with a scowl, "just how are we going to do Christmas now?"
Fog lights, I mentioned them before.
"I needed your light to shine us the way, to ensure all the kids had a nice Christmas day.
Yeah, but he got laid. Who cares?
But I guess all that stuff's not important to you, as self-validation through the deer that you do. I'm furious, Rudy, now get out of my sight. I'll go find another to help me this night."
Now, but there's none.
Then suddenly, that moment, as if right on cue, young Vixen appeared right out of the blue. "I'll do the job, sir, and I'll do it so well. I've just bought this torch, powered by Duracell." St. Nick then agreed, and so Vixen had won, the highest prestige of the Christmas Eve run. But Rudolph the reindeer was much less than pleased. In fact, the young deer was a little bit cheesed.
He's gonna get back at Vixen.
The reindeer exploded. He went on and on. "'Twas my job that you wanted, my job all along. I bet that you always had that torch to see. You went out of your way, out of hatred for me." But St. Nicholas ruled with his swift condemnation of Rudolph the reindeer's incensed accusations. The jolly old man let the young Vixen lead his magical sleigh on this late Christmas Eve.
She just wanted all the guys to see her ass. That's what it was
She wanted to be
about.
up the front, yeah.
She probably got like some skanky little schoolgirl skirt on or something.
What is this?
She probably got like big jugs of water that she keeps pouring over her head and.
This is
I don't know.
perverse. Like, what have you done to the Christmas tale?
Yeah, because it wasn't weird already with weird reindeer sex going on.
Yeah, but at least that's in...
That's good wholesome fun as far as you're concerned. But no sooner had Vixen and co taken flight, it was clear that the torch couldn't cut it for light. And
Fog lights! Get some friggin' fog lights!
And in a blind haze, in a brief blaze of glory, they destroyed Rudolph's house, smashing both of its stories. The poor deer's cute cottage was reduced to the snow. Now the buck had no shelter, no humble abode, no friends and no family, no work Christmas Eve, but it couldn't get worse.
Well, he got laid, so I mean...
It couldn't get worse, or so he believed. So Vixen's sleigh failure had freed up a job. Rudy begged for a chance, and he begged between sobs. "St. Nick, oh St. Nick, can I please lead the way? Though I don't have my nose. Come on, what do you say?" But Santa turned angry and decidedly mean. His sharp roundhouse kick floored the young Rudolph clean. "I'm sorry, dear Rudy, did this..."
He could have said no, but he kicked him in the face and then tells him, then goes no.
"I'm sorry, dear Rudy," did the Santa Claus quip. "Not now that you've let your one precious gift slip." And so if there's a moral you're to take from this poem, it's to not sleep with someone until you really know 'em. And cling tight to your purity, 'cause poppin' that cherry, in the Lord our God's eyes, just ain't very merry. The end.
Oh, well done, bravo.
Thank you.
That's a very good poem. I don't know if it's appropriate.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
Merry Christmas, everyone!
I don't
Weird
know.
reindeer sex.